Look at your life right now, your relationships, your money, your career, your health, your confidence, your habits. They may look like completely different parts of your life. But what if they are not? What if some of the problems you have spent years trying to solve are actually different symptoms of the same invisible pattern? Think about this. A person avoids difficult conversations in relationships. At work, they avoid asking for the promotion. Financially, they avoid opening the credit card statement. With their health, they avoid making the appointment. When opportunity appears, they procrastinate because failure might hurt. 5 completely different problems, but underneath them, possibly the same pattern: avoidance. Your life may have different problems wearing the same psychological fingerprint, and that changes the question. Instead of asking, "Why does this keep happening to me?" you begin asking, "What keeps happening inside me?" Because every visible outcome begins with an invisible pattern. Most of us spend our lives treating symptoms. The relationship fails, so we find another relationship. The job becomes miserable, so we find another job. Money becomes tight, so we try to make more money. Health deteriorates, so we start another diet. Sometimes changing circumstances is absolutely necessary, but changing the scenery does not automatically change the person standing in it. If the underlying pattern remains untouched, the new environment can eventually begin producing familiar outcomes. New relationship, same conflict. New job, same dissatisfaction. More money, same financial chaos. New opportunity, same procrastination. Different scenery, same pattern. So where does that pattern come from? Part of the answer begins with the brain. Your brain is constantly using previous experience to anticipate what might happen next. It does not have perfect knowledge of the future. It makes predictions from the information it already has, and your past provides much of that information. Your subconscious carries learned associations, habits, expectations, and emotional memories. Your nervous system prepares your body to respond. Your breathing changes. Your heart rate changes. Your muscles tighten. You feel the urge to fight, run, freeze, please, withdraw, or avoid. Then your conscious mind tries to interpret what is happening, and sometimes it creates a very convincing explanation for a reaction that began before you fully understood it. That is why 2 people can experience the same event and experience it completely differently. One person receives criticism and hears information. Another hears rejection. One person sees an opportunity and feels excitement. Another feels danger. One person experiences stability in a relationship and feels peace. Another becomes uncomfortable because peace feels unfamiliar. This is where something incredibly important happens. Familiar can begin masquerading as safe. Someone accustomed to chaotic relationships may consciously want stability, yet initially feel uncomfortable when stability finally arrives. Someone accustomed to financial struggle may want prosperity, but repeatedly make decisions that restore familiar financial pressure. Someone accustomed to staying invisible may dream about leadership, then retreat the moment they are finally seen. We do not always return to what is good for us. Sometimes we return to what our system recognizes. And underneath those behaviors can be a story. I am going to be abandoned. People cannot be trusted. Money never stays. I am not good enough. Conflict means the relationship is ending. Success is not for people like me. I will start tomorrow. I have to protect myself. Repeat a belief long enough, and eventually it may stop sounding like a belief. It starts sounding like reality. But this is where I want to make an important distinction. Your past influences you. It does not have to imprison you. Your nervous system influences your reactions. It does not eliminate your agency. Your subconscious influences your expectations. It does not get the final vote on your character. And this is where Stoicism becomes incredibly powerful. Stoicism does not promise that you can control everything that happens around you. You cannot. You cannot control another person's honesty. You cannot control the economy. You cannot control every illness. You cannot control rejection. You cannot control every emotion that enters your body. But you can train what happens next. That is where character begins. When the old pattern appears, pause. Examine it. Ask yourself, what am I assuming right now? What is my body preparing me to do? What part of this situation is actually within my control? Then ask the Stoic question. What virtue does this moment require from me? Wisdom? See the situation accurately. Courage? Face what you have been avoiding. Temperance? Control the impulse that wants immediate relief. Justice? Do what is right, even when doing what is right is uncomfortable. Stoicism does not ask you to control life. It asks you to become someone life cannot easily control. And now we arrive at the practical part. I want to give you something you can use the next time a pattern appears. I call it the pattern audit. 5 questions. First, what actually happened? Not your interpretation, not your fear. What happened? Second, what did I automatically predict? Rejection? Failure? Scarcity? Embarrassment? Abandonment? Third, what did my body immediately want me to do? Fight? Run? Freeze? Spend? Withdraw? Please? Avoid? Fourth, what virtue does this moment require? Wisdom? Courage? Temperance? Justice? And fifth, this may be the most important question. What would the person I am becoming do next? Not someday. Next. Maybe it is making the phone call, opening the bill, telling the truth, going for the walk, setting the boundary, apologizing, finishing the work, saying no, or finally saying yes to the opportunity you have spent years avoiding. Then do it. Because your past provides the prediction, but your next decision provides new evidence. And that is how the invisible pattern begins changing. Not through one motivational speech, not through one affirmation, not because you suddenly understand everything about yourself. Through evidence. One new decision, then another. One honest conversation, one boundary, one workout, one disciplined financial decision, one uncomfortable truth, one promise kept. Again and again and again. Eventually, you are not simply trying to become disciplined. You have evidence that you practice discipline. You are not simply trying to become courageous. You have evidence that you repeatedly choose courage. You are not simply telling yourself you are trustworthy. You have accumulated evidence by keeping your word. That is how character is built. Your identity becomes the autobiography written by your repeated choices. So look at your life again. Your relationships, your money, your career, your health, your confidence, your habits. But this time, do not immediately judge what you see. Study it, because your visible life may be showing you something your invisible patterns have been trying to tell you for years. And when you finally see the pattern, do not hate yourself for having it. Study where it came from. Understand what maintains it. Regulate the reaction. Choose the virtue. Practice the better response. Then repeat it until the new response begins becoming part of your character. You are not required to spend tomorrow rehearsing yesterday. Your past can explain the pattern without becoming an excuse to preserve it. Every visible outcome begins with an invisible pattern. Find the pattern. Understand the science. Regulate the body. Choose the virtue. Practice the new response. Build the new identity. Because your future is not waiting for you. It is being built by you. Do not simply understand the pattern. Become the person who can replace it. That is Stoicism 2.0.